Live from beautiful Oriole Park, the show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the Boston Red Sox taking on the Baltimore Orioles. First pitch coming your way next. And getting the start for Baltimore, Trevor Rogers.
Boog, this guy usually turns in a very good outing. His teammates really enjoy when he's on the mound. Everyone seems to be loose, which can help the offense be a bit more dangerous. So if you look at the opposing lineup, they're hoping he doesn't just settle in. They want to make this an uncomfortable start from the beginning.
Jarren Duran, the leadoff. As he swings through it for strike one. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton. Rogers, a former All-Star, 28 years old, and he's one of the few players in Major League Baseball born in New Mexico. Got him. One out. Romy Gonzalez now at the plate. Late with the swing there. Just underway from Baltimore. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. Carrying well. Caught just shy of the wall. And the batter now, Wilyer Abreu. First pitch misses. Yeah, that's fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. And that's the 3rd out. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And towing the slab for the Boston Red Sox in this one, Garrett Crochet. What do you have on him, Chris?
A power pitcher that is going to pitch aggressively with the fastball. His fastball velocity ranks near the top in the league. Will also throw the slider, but if you're a hitter, be ready for the fastball. You're going to see a few of them during your at-bat.
Leading off, Gunnar Henderson. Foul ball there. And a foul ball. Here's the 0-2. That one just misses. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Batting second.
Now the left fielder, Taylor Ward.
I'm liking what I've seen from him at the dish lately. Can make it a 5-game hitting streak with a knock in this one.
Ripped, but it curls foul. Swings and misses, and 1 down below the zone. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Smashed that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Pete Alonso in the box now. No balls and a strike. Swings through that one.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they are creeping into my mind right now.
Yes, he did. That's a swing.
Batting fourth.
Here's the 3rd baseman, Jordan Westburg. Hit on the ground up the middle. That's a base hit. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out. Here's Ryan Mountcastle.
Possibly thinking about home run number 100 here. He's just one shy of that milestone.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Here comes the runner. The throw home. He scores, and they have the lead. 1-0.
Good two-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Adley Rutschman up to bat next. Lays off for a ball. Fouled off left side. 2 on, 2 outs. That's off the inside corner, and it's 2-1.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Got him swinging for the K. They limit the damage here. Back here in Baltimore, all set for the start of the inning. So the Baltimore Orioles are holding their own so far this season, but Singy, that might be below expectations for this group.
Yeah, they had some heavy expectations coming into the year, and so far they've been around the 500 mark. Not exactly lighting the league on fire. That's not to say they can't turn it on and start cruising up the standings, but they need to start showing something soon.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Batting fifth, first baseman.
Here comes Wilson Contreras. The 0-1. This one in the air, center field. Takes it in for the out. Roman Anthony up next for the Red Sox. Here's a guy who's been struggling so far this year. It's only late April, but still hoping he'll turn it around soon. Oh. In the air, left field. And that'll do it. Back now at Oriole Park. Stepping in, Jeremiah Jackson.
Jeremiah Jackson.
Top of the zone, and it's called a strike.
Tough to take a two-strike changeup that just missed. I think it froze him.
Ball 2.
Line drive. This one could be trouble. Now he'll turn for second. And the bottom of the second starts with a double. Runner in scoring position. No outs. Blaze Alexander, the next to hit for the Orioles. And he grounds one to the right side. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Safe at first as they can't make the play. And this ball's going to wind up out of play. So a big-time costly mistake there. Runner at third, nobody out. Colton Cowser, the next to hit. One on, nobody out. A run in at bottom half of inning number 2. This one ripped, but foul to the right.
Well, that ball was hit pretty hard and sure had home run distance, but if you're the pitcher out there on the mound, You executed. Just a long strike.
Run scores, but a terrific play to get the out. So back to the top of the Orioles lineup. Now it's the shortstop, Gunnar Henderson.
No.
Chris, you played here in 2002. What are the memories that stand out as to being a member of the Baltimore Orioles?
For me, it was just pulling into the parking lot and having those that were there with an encouraging smile or a pat on the back, regardless of how things were going. It made it a lot easier to come to the ballpark, whether you were doing well or you were struggling. And then the way that they treated your family. I mean, this is a great place to play, and I'd say it's got to be one of the top places in all of baseball.
Up the middle, Gonzalez throws to first. 2 down. 2 down, base is empty. Stepping in, the long ball threat, Taylor Ward.
Oh.
And you had a cameo in the movie Moneyball as an Orioles player in a highlight clip. Late on that fastball. Back to the mound, he's got it. There with plenty of time, and that ends the inning. Back here in Baltimore, so stepping in for Boston, Caleb Durbin. And that one fouled off.
You know, these Red Sox, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These batters are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
Swing and a high fly ball down the right field line. Cowser on the move. Feeling for the wall. Makes the catch and foul ground. Cedar Rafaela getting ready to hit. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1. Pop foul out of play off to the right. 2 down, nobody on. Cuts and misses. It's a strike. Set for the bottom of the third. Here's the designated hitter for the Orioles, Pete Alonso. Out towards right center field. Abreu under it. And there's one down. Now the third baseman, Jordan Westburg. Swings and misses, and it's 0-1. In there at the knees for a strike. That one almost got him. That's to third. Gets it to first, and 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the third. Now Ryan Mountcastle.
Nope. Ball one.
Mountcastle needs just one more homer to reach 100 in the big leagues.
Yeah, and making it to 100 homers would be quite the career accomplishment for him. Out of the more than 20,000 players to take an at-bat in the majors, less than 5% have ever hit 100 dingers.
Ball.
This one in the air, right field. Abreu on the move. Tracks it down for the out. And that will end the inning. On to the fourth. Now here's the Red Sox leadoff hitter, Jarren Duran.
These hitters have come out ready to swing the bats early in the count and swing it often. If you want to score some runs, have an offensive explosion, that can be a route to doing it.
Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Man at first, Romy Gonzalez. Up next for the Red Sox. He's 0 for 1. Runner on the move. Pitch in for a strike. Safe at second with a stolen base. No question about this one. It's out of here. A two-run blast. His second of the year, and they cut into the deficit.
Well, I'm sure there's a big grin on his face right now, Boo. He's probably had some of those that didn't stay fair, but off the bat, it looked like it was going to bend foul. He was able to keep it in there, tucked it nicely, and he gets the jog around the bases. Good for him.
At the play, Wilyer Abreu. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-1.
Can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
The 1-2. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Got him. One away on the strikeout.
Well, maybe approaching this at bat with a bit too much determination. Sometimes you just got to let the game come to you.
Narvaez measures 6 feet even, 190 pounds, and he was born in Venezuela. Right down to shoot. That's strike 2. The Orioles up by a run, top half of inning number 4. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Gets the out, 2 down after the strikeout. Here's Contreras now. Fly to center his first time. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And the tying run is on base.
Up next for the
Here's the left fielder, Roman Anthony. This one in the air, center field. Alexander on his way over. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And that is that. Ready to go, bottom 4. Now the Orioles catcher, Adley Rutschman.
You know, these Orioles doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. It's not just the 3 runs they've already scored. On top of that, they forced this starter to throw more pitches than he wanted to at this point of the game.
Struck him out swinging, and that's 4 strikeouts. Here's the second baseman, Jeremiah Jackson. 1 for 1 with a double and a run scored.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates, guys aren't touched it.
So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
A couple of hits in a row for him here. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Now here is Blaze Alexander. Close, but called a ball. And that's ball 1. Catcher challenge. Will take another look. And that one did find the strike zone. Still 2 challenges left for them. Man at first, 1 away. And that misses. Now 1 and 2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now 2 away. So next to hit for Baltimore, Colton Cowser. Late that time, and it's strike 2. Out to short. The flip, and they get the out. Ready now for the
Leading
fifth
off for
inning.
the Red
So
Sox,
stepping in for
third
Boston,
baseman,
Caleb Durbin.
You know,
At
these
the ball.
Red Sox just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Late on that fastball. Here's a high fly ball out to center. And there's one down. Marcelo Meyer up next for the Red Sox. Flied to right his first time.
Sold it really well with the arm speed. Swung underneath it, so changeup that stayed a little bit more on plane than what he was anticipating.
The 0-2. Westberg tosses to first, and the first two set down in the top of the fifth. Now here's the Red Sox DH, Ceddanne Rafaela. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. Close one, doesn't get the call, and it's 1-0. Challenge from behind the dish here, and on further review, it was a strike. They'll keep both their challenges. 2 down, nobody on, and now the count is even. The 1-1 is fouled off. Not close with that one, and the count's full. Hit in the air out to center field. And that'll do it. Back now at Oriole Park. Here's the Orioles leadoff hitter, Gunnar Henderson. He's one of the best players in baseball when it comes to scoring runs, Singy. His numbers are good enough to put him in the top 10. Line drive, base hit. And a man aboard. So next a hit for Baltimore, Taylor Ward. 1 for 2 with a 2-run single back in the first. Inside. And that is ball 1. Right through there for a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Battling here as he fouls it away. The 1-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. The 1-2. Henderson gets his lead at first with nobody out. Swings and misses, struck him out. In steps the polar bear, Pete Alonso.
Pete Alonso.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That one sizzling on its way through to the outfield. Will throw to third. Not in time. He's safe. Runners in the corners here. 1 away. Jordan Westberg. And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. Fouled off. He was late. Runners at the corners. 1 away. Last half of inning number 5. Inside and it hit him. And now the bases are loaded. Digging in, Ryan Mountcastle.
Well, the good thing so far is that he hasn't issued any free passes. Unfortunately, they're making pretty good contact, so not getting the swings and misses and making that defense work behind it.
On the ground, right side. The turn by Meyer at second. What a double play that was. Inning over. back here in Baltimore. Now here's the Red Sox leadoff hitter, Jarren Duran. Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. Hard hit, base hit. And the tying run is on base.
He was all over that one. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Romy Gonzalez up next for the Red Sox. Runner on the go. Swing and a miss. Safe at second, and that was not close. And the tying run is now in scoring position. That one outside. Ball one. And he can't come up with it. And no shot to get him at first. There's two aboard. First and second, no outs. Wilyer Abreu digs in now. Here's the pitch. Both runners on the move. Swing and a miss. And the throw out at third. Man at second. Strike two. Slider misses outside. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
Flails at that one. It's a strikeout. So here's the cleanup hitter, Carlos Narvaez. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. If you're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
That's a ball.
The Bo Sox with the tying run at second, and we're the top half of the sixth.
Ball inside.
Swings through that one out in front that time.
He's gone off speed. He needs to elevate here with two strikes out of the zone.
Next one misses, and it's 3-2.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Swinging a foul ball at the plate. They'll do it again. Fouls it back with two strikes. Laser to the gap, should score the run. Way back there, it's got a chance. And it's off the wall. In comes the run from second. Not in time. He's got a double.
Just a great at bat right there. Saw a lot of pitches. Loud contact leads to the double.
Coming out for the Orioles, Keegan Aiken. So runner at second, 2 down. And up to hit is Wilson Contreras. Out to short. The throw to first. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. Here's Adley Rutschman singing. The Orioles gave him the largest signing bonus ever, more than $8 million, and you can see why. This guy just oozes with talent.
Yeah, Boog, and if it wasn't for a strained triceps injury, I believe Adley would have been on the Orioles opening day roster in 2022. The moment he was healthy enough, the Orioles called him up, and the rest is history.
Drops for a hit. He couldn't run it down. And a good start to the inning. Now here is Jeremiah Jackson. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And that's ball one.
Ball hot.
Oh, look at the stop. There's one. A sensational double play.
As a former player, watching 5-4-3 double plays brings back some adrenaline. It's such an exciting play, and it's always a great reminder of baseball being such a team sport.
Alexander stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Fastball for a strike. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. High fly ball, right field. Abreu on the move. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. Back now at Oriole Park. Still stepping in for Boston, Roman Anthony. Fastball is outside. Aiken, in his 6th season, he features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, and he works in a changeup. That one blasted deep to right. That's got a chance. Up against the wall and brings it in. Now at the plate, Caleb Durbin. And a foul ball. All tied up here in the top half of inning number 7. Swings through that one for strike 2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out of the slider, and there's 2 gone. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Marcelo Meyer. This one high in the air to left center. Alexander turns to the right on the move. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. Bottom of the 7th, leading off, Colton Cowser.
Right fielder, Colton Cowser.
Swinging a foul back. That's out of play.
You know, these Orioles doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. Despite having 9 hits in the game, the numbers don't exactly jump off the page in terms of exit velocity. Nearly half have been traveling less than 90 miles per hour off the bat, but they're finding a way to get it done.
Ball 2.
2-2. Stays alive. The 2-2. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Picks up strikeout number 7. Back to the top of the order now. Gunnar Henderson, the next to hit for the Orioles. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. A little out front there as he swings through it. Fouls that off to the left, and will do it again.
Excellent location right there. Flirted with the zone, tried to get in the chase.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Now he's challenging the called strike. And it's going to stay a strike. That knocks them down to 1 challenge left. Taylor Ward will hit next. Lots of pop at the plate. Outfield playing back almost on the warning track. So the Red Sox bring on a new pitcher, Greg Weissert.
Up.
This one in the air center field. Durant settles underneath it, and the inning is over. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Felix Bautista.
Batista.
Now it's the DH, Cedar Rafaela. And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. Not far out of the zone, but it was a ball. So that removes their last challenge. Here's a 1-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Now batting Jaron Duran, 1 for 3. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it. It's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
In the air to left center, Alexander on the move to the gap. He's got it. 2 up, 2 down. And next for the Red Sox, Romy Gonzalez. He's already homered in this game. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. High fly ball down the left field line. That one carrying and gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they've rallied from 3 back. It's 4-3.
He's completely shifted the momentum of this game. There's a party in their dugout right now. His second home run, and now playing ahead when it matters most.
Abreu at the plate with 2 away, swings through that one. Two down, nobody on. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Jackknifes out of the way.
Straighten him up a little bit.
This to center field. That gets down for a hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Pitch was in and off the plate. So hard to do anything with the pitch in that location, but somehow he got the barrel to it and hit it well. Pretty amazing.
Now it's going to be Carlos Narvaez. To third. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still fires to first. Back here in Baltimore, ready for the bottom of the 8th. Pete Alonso now at the plate. Garrett Whitlock into the game.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Tap foul at the plate. Looking to get the tying run on base. Got him swinging for the strikeout. And a key out leading off the bottom of the 8th. Next to hit, Jordan Westburg. That's in there, and that is strike 1. Up the middle, and he knocks it down. No play. That's an infield single.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Mountcastle, the next to hit, takes ball one. With a single base runner, because of all the power, they are dangerous to tie this thing up or take the lead. That one close, ruled a ball. Ball two. I thought that was a strike, and here's a challenge. It just shaved the zone. So they've still got both their challenges. The Orioles with the tying run on at first. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Hit on the ground to the right side, but it kicks foul. Swings and misses, struck him out. Slider got him for strike 3. Here's Adley Rutschman.
Going pretty good speed over there at first base. I think the pitcher's got to slow everything down. Hold the ball a little bit, step off, just try to break the rhythm and timing of a potential base stealer.
Westberg, the runner at first with 2 gone.
That's the ball.
Right now they're looking for something, hit hard into the gaps, give them an opportunity with 2 outs to score that run from first.
And that misses. And a count 2-1.
Great take right there. Showed some really good discipline. Breaking ball coming in, you see it well, but don't trust that it's going to hang on for a strike. Nice job.
Got him looking for the strikeout. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Ryan Helsley.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Well, 1-run game. Wilson Contreras now up to the plate.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Strike 2. Helsley, multi-time All-Star. He features a slider, a four-seamer, a curve, and occasionally uses a cutter. Got him swinging for the strikeout. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th. So stepping in for Boston, Roman Anthony. Ground ball to the right side. Into the outfield, base hit. And that's a 1-out single.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. Just one of those seeing high base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you enough.
Durbin now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. Swing and a foul out of play. Ground ball up the middle. Henderson. Glove flip to second. Back to first. And it's over his head. Now it's the shortstop, Marcelo Meyer. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a ground out. Helsley. He's kind of a prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a ton of strikeouts in a tough spot like this. That is a big-time benefit. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-2.
As a hitter, when a guy like this comes into the game, you feel like he's standing on top of you, and it's just attack mode coming right at you.
Oh, that got him.
First base.
Up next for the Red Sox, the designated hitter.
First and second, 2 outs. Alex Cora turning to the bench for a new hitter. Tristan Casas. Big spot for him here. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. misses. Strikeout. That ends the inning. Back now at Oriole Park. We head to the bottom of the ninth. Jeremiah Jackson getting ready to Aroldis Chapman on to try and close it out.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
Looked like a strike to me, and here comes the challenge. It just shaved the zone. Still 2 challenges left for them. One-run game, bottom 9.
Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
And that just scraped the zone. The call is overturned. They'll keep both their challenges. Now one missed. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout.
Up next for the
And now the
Orioles.
center fielder, Blaze Alexander.
Blaze Alexander.
That one in triple digits.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days. You would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen. So hard to play catch-up.
And the 0-2. Good job to fight that one off. The Red Sox trying to close out a 1-run lead. And the home team trying to pull it out.
No,
just misses with that one. This one in the air, center field. Durant moving under this one. And there are 2 outs. Orioles down to their final out. So next to hit for Baltimore, Colton Cowser. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
Chapman is just 1 strike away. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. 2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss, and that's the ball game.
It's always nice to grab the opener of a series. You come into a new ballpark, and just sometimes things aren't as comfortable as what you've been used to. The mound doesn't look straight. The background isn't what you like, but they didn't let any of those things distract them. In fact, they looked like they were playing a home game. Excellent job to set the tone for this series.
4-3 our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.